Hi Karanne, and thank you so much for coming in to meet with us today. We really appreciate you travelling down.
It's an absolute pleasure, thank you.
No,
nice to meet you both.
And it's lovely to meet you too. You are our first TESR member that we've actually met in person. We've met, a few of our clients, obviously our clients, but not actually someone directly as a result of the course.
Well, I'm an hour away, so it just seems silly to miss that opportunity.
Yeah, no, it's lovely. Yeah. It's lovely to meet you, and we've had a lovely chat already. Would you mind just telling us what it was that made you decide to start Think, Eat, Sleep, Repeat?
I think it's, Sue, because I have tried every single one of the diets that are out there. And I do it for a few days, and it was as if I've just spent my whole life just chasing the newest fad, the quickest weight loss, and it's made no difference whatsoever. I could have lost 5 pounds. I lost 5 pounds in a week, but then at the end of that week I would think, I've lost 5 pounds, I'll go and have something to eat. Or if I hadn't lost weight, well, what's the point? I'll go and eat. So all of the roads of all the other diets have led me down the same path, which is teaching me nothing and keeping me on exactly the same path. I might have gone up and down a bit, but the path was the same, going nowhere.
Yeah. Now, what do you think it is about Think, Eat, Sleep, Repeat that's made the difference for you?
I think for the hypnotherapy support, and also the tools, the sayings, the tools, because I've found myself saying these things to myself. Just wait 10 minutes. It's as if I have the tools now, whereas before I was following a plan that somebody else had written for me. Now I've got the tools to take me, myself. And I think that's the difference. Because before I was either on a diet or off a diet. There was the prescription and I was sticking to it, or I wasn't. And the minute I wasn't, I would just be going off at a complete tangent. Then I'd think, right, I'm going to start on Monday, and I eat all my favourite food over the weekend, and on Monday I will start. Well, by Monday lunchtime, I'd gone off of it again, but I had overeaten at the weekend. And slowly but surely I was just getting bigger and bigger.
Do you mind sharing with us how much fat you've got rid of in the 8 weeks you've been with Think, Eat, Sleep,
Yeah. Well, I've lost 7 pounds. Now, once upon a time, I would have thought, or before I started this programme, 7 pound in 8 weeks, that's not very good, because I want to lose 7 pound after I've had my first boiled egg and Rivita that's been on my diet, so it's a rethink for me to go, do you know what? You're going in the right direction because you're learning how to keep this off. Whereas before it would be stick to that, get it off. Whereas I've had to really rethink because I want a quick fix. Basically, every diet I've ever had before was I wanted a quick fix. I wanted to get on a week later, having lost 6 pound. The thought of taking 7 weeks to lose 7 pound or 6 pound, I wouldn't have even bothered. Whereas with this, if you really think about it, follow the program, forget every single thing you've ever looked at with dieting before. Just a completely clean slate. Don't think of other diets, and you'll want to. I did. I got to a week where I thought, I want this to be quicker, I'll have a look at this diet and that diet, and I had to tell myself, stop, forget everything, just stick with this program and you will get there.
You're doing amazingly well, and of course this is now a lifestyle change for you rather than just an overweight person between diets.
Yeah.
It's empowering, isn't it? How good do you feel?
Oh, you feel so much better. And it's the ability to say no and not feel guilty or uncomfortable. A friend and I, we go to the gym, and once a month they have a members coffee and croissant. Oh, we get in there, we tuck it, we put a bit of chocolate on it. So I started the programme and it got to that Friday and I thought, well, that's our routine. What do I do? What do I, do about this? She'll notice if I don't have a croissant. Well, we got there. I said, I'm just going to have a coffee today. She went, oh, okay then. We sat down and carried on. There was nothing different about our get-together. Whereas I had envisaged she's going to go, well, why aren't you having a croissant? Are you not going to have any chocolate? Or is that all you want? She didn't even notice
You're absolutely right.
that I didn't have that croissant.
Yeah,
And
we all think other people are judging us. Or
yeah, and it was a
noticing what
simple
we're doing.
thing,
We don't.
but it was a
Yeah.
life changer that people don't really notice.
They don't.
You think they're going to, but they don't notice as much as you think.
Yeah, they're all wrapped
And
up
even
in
if
their
they
own life.
do, you're doing something for yourself. You know, you look
Put
at the bigger
yourself first.
picture.
You mentioned when we were chatting earlier, Karen, about how you'd gone to one of the well-known slimming clubs and you'd left it for a few years and then you'd gone back in. Can you tell
Yeah.
the viewers what you thought when you went back?
Yeah. So I was all enthusiastic and I went to this club, and for various reasons, I think my dad was ill and I had a break for about, I didn't really lose weight and put it all back on. And then I thought, right, I'm going to start again. I walked in the door and there were so many people there I knew from 4 years ago who actually looked exactly the same. And I remember walking in all enthusiastic, I'm going to have a go at this again and it's all going to be fine. And I just sat there during that week, that evening, the first week, thinking, there's about 10 people here who were here 4 years ago and they don't look any different. I think some of them may be there for a social, but I think they're not realising they've been paying every week, they've been going every week, they've been following it every week for 4 years and nothing's changed. But it's an awful lot of effort, isn't it, to get nowhere?
Absolutely. What do you hope for going forward, Karen? What are you most looking forward to?
I'm really looking forward to just food as not being something on, off, or to think about. Do you know what I mean? That I just naturally, and it is coming, that I just naturally think, do I want it? Don't I want it? If I have this, I can't have anything. Just a natural thing where I don't have to think about food. I can't wait to not really have to think about it. That it just comes naturally.
And it will, because what you're now doing is reprogramming everything to the behaviour, the relationship with food, the thinking style, the belief system of a naturally slim person.
Yeah.
And you're doing so well. And once again, we can't thank you enough.
No, it's been
coming in
really
to
great.
meet
Thank
with us
you
today.
both, because
So
it
lovely to
really
meet you.
is. And I've been on every diet. And this is not a diet. This is just me changing the way I think and feel about food, understanding that I've used food for all sorts of things, getting out of jobs I don't want to do, when I'm unhappy, when I'm happy, you know, for so many reasons, rather than just eat because I need to eat. It's fine.
Brilliant. Thank you,
So,
Karen.
and thank you.
Thank you so much.